Good morning. It's 9:29, Friday, the 10th. The charts at this point, short term, are not very clear in terms where we might go in the very early morning. I'd like to see it make a decision. I do want to look at the internals and see which way to go. I do see a move, potentially a move on the S&P to the 3297, which is 16 points from here, 15, 16 points from here. That would be an excellent shorting point. Also, as far as the Nasdaq is concerned, I do see a potential, if it's going to come down, to go all the way to 9,005 and possibly 89.90 for first support. But let me look at the internals and see what it tells me. Remember, it's only the first minute, so we cannot find which way the market is going. It did bounce up after the employment report and then come down. So I think it's at this point the market is confusing, and if you want to trade, this is the equivalent of betting on a roulette. At least I don't know which way to go. So let me look at the internals here. And advanced 1400, decline 1000, slightly positive. Volume is not much higher for the up versus the down, so that's not good. The trend is bearish, being above 1.0. Nasdaq has a better breadth of 1.6 versus 1.1, and volume is 2.5, so that's good as well. And the trend key on the Nasdaq is positive, so that is potential long if we need to go. Gold hasn't changed much. Oils came down from the 65. The put call ratio early in the day is neutral, with the index players betting in the middle, neither long nor short, and the individual investors are pretty much indifferent at this point. Apple not giving me any directions. Amazon is really not change. Google no change. Netflix no change. A totally undecided market, except with a slight upward bias internally on the Nasdaq. Okay, but that's not enough for us to take a long position. The market is coming down, and then if it's going to keep coming down and the wave count changes, we may take a stab at the short side. Well, maybe on the short side, but we'll go long the Nasdaq at 9,007, possibly 89.93. So we'll have to see how the internals change, and it does seem like some negative trend is being established, but the charts are not very clear on it. So as much as the move has been, I am not willing to go short at this point. I like to see some projections on the chart before I short. As you can see, it did go down as I suggested, possibly on the Nasdaq, but the Elliott wave are not showing too much of a weakness. If it bounces from here, as it seems to be possible, might be a good buy. I think it's gonna break it though. So I'm being indecisive today because the 30 minutes are clearly an upward momentum, and I'd rather wait for the short to get out of the system and then get long. That's a tough one. I'm not gonna be able to go now, although it may still go down to, I told you, to the 9,006, which is a long way, but right now it's not very clear. And now, right now, we are very short term oversold. So I'm gonna wait for a bounce, see what happens, and then based on the bounce, I'll short again. So here comes the bounce. Let's see how much of a lifespan does it have. Okay, so I'm gonna put my mouse on the NASDAQ. And I'm gonna go just one. When the opportunity comes, I may short the NASDAQ. But not yet. The S&P is dragging the NASDAQ, but the big boys are not solidly selling. That's why I'm hesitant. You can see here there's some green and red, so I don't want to go short at this point. Although it's only one contract, I'd rather go long than short. Unless it breaks down, then fine. I'm not going to fight it. Have the internals changed at all? Internals got a little bit worse for the NASDAQ. And then volume got worse too. But that's normal because it's coming down. We may miss this. I'm getting gun shy these days because of the market behaving crazy. Okay, now we're going to the support line. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm just don't want to short this market. This would have been a very good short, obviously. And we talked about it going to the 9,006. So it is going there. I don't want to bottom fish at this point. Now I'll buy very soon. And if it doesn't make it, I'm just gonna call quit for that position. Coming down just very well. I'm gonna go for one long right now and double it at 05 if that's what it takes.
Order filled.
I'll double at 05, and if it crosses the 900, I'm just gonna get out. Okay.
Order filled.
I bought one at 7, I think, and at 11. Here we are. Let's see what's gonna happen. Well, that's crazy. That's support. We'll see what happens. So far seems to be the right call. You expect that at the bottom. So this back and forth is very reasonable. The S&P is not cooperating, but the Nasdaq is positive. We're positive on the trade, but really taking its sweet time to give me any money. Okay, now it's giving me some breathing point or space. I may get out sometime soon. I don't know if you guys are trading with me or not. I'm still okay being in. It's slowing down. I'm out.
Order filled.
I'm out just to be on the safe side. We made $48, so that's not that bad. You could see it up there, $48. Of course, I had 2 contracts. Some of you may be trading 1 contract, so that would be 24. So I'll just wait and look for another opportunity. I'm not sure how these things work, so I'm just gonna stop recording and post that video and resume for another opportunity. I think if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be notified when I go live, and I go live all the time. So you're welcome to subscribe, and then I think you'll be notified when I go live. I go live when I see an opportunity developing. So I'll call it, I'll stop streaming right now, and I'll see you when another opportunity seems to be in the making. Thank you for watching.